Hello beautiful people, it's your girl Prettychoice and you're welcome to my channel. How are you all doing? I hope you all are doing well. So guys, in today's video we're going to be talking about black women and black men reacting to this Asia guy for saying Asian men and black women belong together. Guys, like seriously, and this is not the only video. There are also black men and Asian men reacting to Asian girl for wanting a black man. So there are different videos inside all those videos. So different videos I put together for you guys. So I don't want to review more details about this video, so I will just leave you guys to enjoy the show. And before I leave you guys, I'm just gonna give my own opinion about this video. Like seriously, if two people meet each other, they really like each other, they love each other, they should go for it. Doesn't really matter about the color and all that. And don't let anyone give you hate comments about who you should be with, about who you should date. It doesn't really matter. You have to go for what you want. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter about the color. So guys, so I will leave you from here, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Keep watching me, keep supporting your girl. Without further review, I will see you all in my next one. Bye.
Finally, I ain't the only one thinking about that. And I mean, we look good together too, you know what I'm saying?
It's cap. That's cap like hell. Y'all parents don't like us. Your family don't like us. Your auntie don't like us. Your grandma don't like us. Your mama and daddy don't like us. Listen, y'all be wanting to date black women, but guess what? Y'all family does not like black people. Oh God.
See you with caution. I went to his home to go pick him up one time, and his grandmother greeted me at the door. And I said, "Oh, hi, how are you? I am blah blah's girlfriend." And she closed that door in my face and walked away. And we always talked about it a lot because I was very scared of that. Like, what if she doesn't like black people? And he's like, "No, no, no, that's not the case."
I just woke up and this is my first time speaking vocally today. So, yeah, if I sound crazy, please forgive it. But I love to give my unsolicited opinion, and I would like to talk about why I believe this sentiment exists. However, I'm not going to be talking about my personal dating preferences because y'all be weird as fuck on this app. I'm not gonna hold you. Anyways, moving on. I believe that the reason why this sentiment exists in the first place is because of how specifically Asian men are oppressed and how black women are oppressed. I think their oppression works in tandem like a puzzle piece. And that's why, there's an allure to being with a black woman if you're an Asian man, or being with an Asian man if you're a black woman. In a heteronormative Eurocentric society that hyperfixates and fetishizes specific aspects of racially divergent people, Asian men tend to be feminized while black women tend to be masculinized. So the type of oppression that they tend to experience happens to be two sides of the same coin. And if you get the same type of change, baby, then you got something to talk about. There's common ground there. So that's why I think Asian men and black women tend to get along. Peace and love.
Really? In 2020? I mean, what kind of Asian men are you meeting though? Because that is definitely not the case at all, trust me. Trust me.
Asian women can date whoever they want. We at the ABC's Attraction just want our Asian brothers to be able to date interracially. Here are 3 tips for Asian men. Number 1, be open to the idea of dating interracially. A lot of Asian men don't even think it's a possibility to date other races. Now it's time to open up. Number 2, be confident in your own skin. It's common for Asian men to be insecure about their race because they've been through racism and discrimination. But please understand, there's a lot of women out there who are non-Asian who give Asian men a chance. Lastly, number 3, leave your comfort zone and go out and meet new people and enjoy. I hope everything goes well. And if you have any questions, just type it in the comment section. Jeff Kahn signing out from the ABC's Attraction.
I'm surprised I haven't tackled this one explicitly yet, but let's refer to the chart. So in a white supremacist society, white people hypermasculinize black people. Black men are seen as more sexual, more aggressive, sometimes in a desirable way, and black women are seen as hypersexual in a less desirable way, and also masculine in an undesirable way. In a certain context, some white women see that as desirable. White men often have seen that as threatening. That's an excuse for a lot of violence against black men. This logic is also used to demean black women for behaving in ways that other women can behave in without being challenged. A lot of East Asian or South Asian Americans are either immigrants or descendants of immigrants, recent immigrants, more recent than black people. What America teaches you about black people when you get here is pretty simple. If you're an immigrant group and you want to make it, don't be like black people and hate on black people like the rest of us, and you'll earn respect. That's how the Irish earn respect. That's how the Italians earn respect, by practicing anti-blackness. So that's part of the reason why you see anti-blackness is so common in some of these communities sometimes.
That's what you want, a black boy, nothing else. You just want any black boy because they're black. But it's not fetishizing, right? That's why you felt the need to put that as a hashtag. Yeah, you just want black boy, any black boy at all, and you can get.
As someone who's not black, I'm not going to comment on the dynamic between black men and black women. That's obviously not my place. But I do want to clarify that the video that I made is in direct response to the original video that I stitched. So when I say Asian woman, I'm referring to this Asian mom who is dumping her own self-hatred onto her daughters, which is extremely disturbing. But I've seen a few comments on my video and the original video from presumably Asian men or Asian boys who have taken this as an opportunity to just make a blanket statement of all Asian women, as if Asian women are the only people that put whiteness on a pedestal like this. So I want to just quickly point out that Asian men, Asian women, Asian people are both victims of white supremacy, but they're also equally capable of perpetuating it. So in the same way that this woman has allowed her personal, individual experiences with Asian men and her prejudices to completely discolor how she sees all Asian men, and by extension Asian people, if you take this woman or women that you feel like are similar to her as a license to throw all Asian women under the bus, you're feeding into this cycle which is ultimately run by the hands of white supremacy. This is something that creates a rift within the Asian community, and that's not a productive way for us to heal as a group of people. I felt compelled to make that video to call her out because she's a mother who has an Asian daughter, and I think it's extremely poisonous of her to be using this kind of rhetoric and to be speaking in that kind of tone about her own people. And at her grown age, I think she deserves to be called out. But as an Asian man who has bore witness to all the fucking bullshit that white America has thrown at Asian men, I want to challenge fellow Asian men and Asian boys to really resist the impulse to make an enemy out of Asian women, right? to make this kind of scathing generalization of all Asian women does nothing but hurt our own people. You know, this is a complex issue, and by no means is this a new issue. You know, this has been happening since the dawn of fucking Western imperialism. And at the end of the day, you know, we're all we got. I think it's really important to call out bad faith actors like this woman, but let's not take this as an excuse to create a war between Asian men and Asian women. You know, that's not productive.
Asian women are actually into black men.
Hey, Lalu, job kar John. Leave our woman alone. She's only for us, and only us. Asian gang. Hashtag Pakistani. Hashtag hairy bastards. Gang business. No, I'm joking. Wallah, I'm joking.
So I don't want to like talk over black men and Asian women who are like have firsthand experience with their own fetishization. However, I do want to make a video about this because I have thought to myself often about kind of how like opposite the spectrum of hypersexuality is for Asian people and black people, but like it's still so detrimental to how we are perceived by people. So maybe I'll like, I want to like make an actual video, like not just a reply. I'll make like an actual video tomorrow kind of explaining my thoughts because I want to get them all together. But I have a lot to say about this because it's super true, both for like black men, black women, Asian men, Asian women. Like the way that we are all hypersexualized is so crazy, but it's so different depending on both race and gender of both groups. It's so crazy, but I would love to talk about it. I'll talk about it tomorrow.
So this is actually a really good point, and it's going to tell us a lot about how race and gender interplay with each other in our society. So watch this. Disclaimer, I'm going to speak about this from what I know, specifically interactions between men and women, heterosexual interactions, all right? All right, so let's explain this real quick. White people are at the top of this racial hierarchy. Black people are at the bottom. Non-white or non-black people are somewhere in between. It varies. Anyway, society is patriarchal. Men have power over women, but there's also relative differences within each racial group. But you see white men are at the top, black women are at the bottom. This is an important point. White women have more power in society than black men, even though they're women. And white people as a group set the tone by creating stereotypes that either portray groups as hypermasculine or hyperfeminine. For this reason, black men and women are seen as sexually dominant or aggressive. That comes from slavery. Because of Orientalism and colonization, Asian men and women are seen as hyperfeminine or submissive. Now, this explanation is a little bit long for part one, so I'm gonna have to get into part two.